Yeah, here with more Space Engineers, and today we're going to finish up the BOB-Sled. I've got some ideas for the thruster array. I'm not sure which way we're going to go with it yet. And as you can see, I've made a few changes to the front end. We'll talk about all of that and hopefully finish this thing up today. First, we have to get started, so let's go. So, happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic week and are having a terrific day thus far. Yeah. So I've been making some changes on the ship, just playing around with some of the design ideas that we've been discussing both in the comment section and over on Twitter and various other places. Alright, so here's what I have mostly decided on at this point. I'm actually taking these corners out, and so I took all of this stuff out, and then on the other side what I did is I had actually just gone ahead and continued this line, so you end up with a straight through, just a straight through line, so it's all one angle all the way across, and I think I like that a little bit better than what we had. Now, part of what I was looking at before, with having the transitional angle, that inside corner there, was that would allow me to keep the general shape, but change just enough of the outline to make it look a little bit more interesting. The more I looked at it, though, the more I didn't like it. So I think I want to keep the straight through line. And the other thing we're going to do is I'm going to change that for the 2x1 slope. Part of that is just to continue that line to make it a little bit blend a little bit better, but I do kind of like the broken angle that you get from having it on this side, like it is over here. I think it does add something. And it may just be because of the texture that gets applied to that shape. And then on the front, we went ahead and took out the 2x1 upper, or I guess technically lower portion, and we put in the regular sloped block, so the half slope. Well, I guess technically it's the full slope. So yeah, we ended up which gives us that edging all the way around the window. So I'm thinking, the more I think about it, the more I do actually like this texture. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to actually repeat this down here. And we will go... There we go. So we're going to do that, and then here, we're actually going to do the transition piece. And that's just basically to block off this area a little bit. Now I could actually do the same up on the upper portion. Let's see what that looks like. So you'd end up being like that. And let's get rid of that. Actually, I think I like that. Yeah, I think I like that line a little bit better. Alright, so we'll go ahead and we'll do the same on this side. Alright, and bring that back here. Like so, and like so. Alright, so I was talking with a couple of you in the comment section, and I basically had said that I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with the lines. And after talking to everybody, it was like, well, you know, we could just walk through the thought process while we're here, just because it was something that you've asked for before, and I figured this build was small enough that we could actually get away with doing something a little bit more explanatory, I guess. But yeah, so it's just, I figured we'd take this chance to hang out and, you know, talk about some stuff. Alright, so if we go... Let's see. That's one. So I could... do that. Let's check our power. I want to make sure it gave us the warning, so just want to keep tabs on it. Okay, so if we do that, let's go. I'm just going to do single block for right now. And we're going to grab the big old thruster.
Critical.
Alright, so that's the vertical mount. I don't want... Do I want those vertical mounted? I don't want those horizontal mounted. I think I want these guys horizontally mounted. Actually, that might not be a bad idea. That might have been a happy little accident. Alright, so if we go like so, we bring our thruster. What we're going to do is we're going to shift our thruster in one block. Oh, I'm liking that. I am actually liking that a lot better. Okay, let's go grab some power really quick. Come on, let me down the ladder. Thank you. Hey, no, I not back up the ladder. Oh yeah, I'm liking that much better. The only way I would probably like it a little bit more is if we were able to reverse the which ones are angled in versus which ones are angled out. But I kind of like that. Mainly because of the fact that it feels like it's pulling the mass back towards midship. Yeah, I'm thinking that's going to be good. Okay, so we've got our power back. No, and I did go ahead and throw in the generator, the gravity generator. And what I did is I tuned it so that it's basically the size of the ship. So everywhere on the ship will have a standard gravity, and everything else will not. Alright. I am kind of tempted, since we're talking about odd shapes here, I'm thinking something like this, maybe. And then that will, yeah, I'm actually liking the way that line came together. I know what we can do is we can actually put, let's take you out, and on the interior, look at that. And then we can put our shield generator right here. Yeah, see? Method to my madness. So if we turn that off, that transitions us into the roof a little bit better. Alright. Let's talk. That's a colorable surface. That's colorable lights. Alright, so if we do if we do that, trying to get an idea of how I want to paint stuff. I'll do that. Let's try that. There we go. And we'll do those as well. Whoop. Anything over here? I got colorized. It wasn't supposed to be. Doesn't look like it. Okay. And then the windows we'll do from the exterior, just because it'll be a little bit easier. Because you guys are going to be that goldish yellow color. There you go. Like I said, just to give a little bit of variation in there. And then for the rest of the ship, I'm thinking we might do this. Oh, hello. Oh, that was not pleasant. Something big, I think, just spawned in. Alright. Kind of curious to see what those look like from the interior side. Those are kind of cool. Just needs it needs better coloring. So if we do these instead, so that doesn't really change that texture at all, does it? I'm thinking I like that a little bit better. So let's see what this looks like if we... oh yeah, I'm liking that much better. It cleans up the lines, like the surfaces look nice and clean, and you get the outlines. Yeah. I like that much better. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's going to be a much better option. So if we go, I'm kind of curious. If we go... Looks very plasticky. Which, you know, it's fine. There you go. And you are... Apparently everybody wants to be involved today. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking that should be okay. I may actually do the entire ship in the gold base color, and we'll do the texture like this, and then I'll come through and make choices on what else do we color and what else do we change back. All right. We've been kind of messing around on the interior a little much. And all of that is done. See, now I'm kind of curious to see what this looks like if we do all of this with... Oh, I'm actually liking that. And that's there. That's very Abrams Trek. Like New Generation Star Trek there, isn't it? But I do like that light detail. So maybe do something with it. Like if we do... Let's see what you look like first. I am liking that, but I'm not sure I like it for the whole ship. Because it's a salvage craft, right? So maybe. I don't know. What do y'all think? I mean, it's definitely a lot of the blue coloration, but let's go with the Sci-Fi armor. Okay, I think I like it with the Sci-Fi armor in most of the locations, and then just a couple of things where we end up with a little bit of detail work. Dang it. If we bring you down, let's see if we go this way. Well, and see, the thing is that once we figure out what textures we want to use and where we want to use it, we can actually repaint the whole thing. different colors and tell it to ignore the texture, which is an awesome thing. So you can say when you do a repaint, you can tell it to not use this, or if you want to use it. I kind of like the way that that works. And if we make sure we have the same over here. Alright, so you are all the way here. And did we take... yeah, we did.
Energy low.
Oh no. Let me know what you think. It's different. I do think that I may need to play around with the textures a little bit more. But it's okay. Yeah, see, I think I like the texture on some of it. I would really like to have the ability to do to apply a texture to a single face. That way we could have the internal face be something like this, or where we could have these types of patterns. It'd also be nice to be able to select which portion of the pattern we're using. Alright. And let's get a little bit of a charge back here. We need to go fix these, or I don't need this fix. We need to go finish these thruster arrays. Alright, so first things first, we're going to tell it don't retexture. We just want it to recolor. There we go. That should be all of the miscellaneous blue paint, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, so let's talk about these thrusters. So I've been playing a bunch of one of those other space games lately, and they have the ability to mount things to the actual collision of a block. So, or I should say to the mesh of the block. So you know how here you can't mount these things? In that other game you can actually mount at odd angles. It'd be really nice if we could do that here. But is what it is, and that's fine. You know, we don't need all of our space games to be the same. Let's go. I think we're gonna go like that. Let's see what that looks like. I don't think I like that. What I'm thinking here is we're going to do a vertical version of what we have on the horizontals. So I'm thinking instead of that, then let's go down and over one. And see how that looks. I'm liking that better. But we're going to run into a problem with the thrusters and being able to connect to things to be able to get people to load on and off through the walkway system that we have already. Well, you know what we could do is we could give me that here. I was thinking what we could do is something like this. And we'll take this out. We'll repeat this on the other side.
Inventory full.
Show you what I'm thinking here. Alright, so basically this thing sits in a little pocket that's going to be created by having our thrusters do we want to go let's see, how does that look? See, I'm trying to avoid having thrusters directly around the gear. And I think what we're going to need to do at this point is let's go ahead and melt that thruster down. And I think we're going to move that thruster over one and see how that looks. Let's see how that. And one of the benefits of that is that we can now tuck in a couple of thrusters here. Oh, I kind of like that. So if we do 1, 2, I think 3. Okay, let's see what that looks like. And then down here, down here we're gonna have, we can have these recessed a little bit, so we end up with 1 there, 2, 3. Alright, I want to see how this looks if we do all of these. I think I like that. I do think I like that. Alright. And then that gives us the ability to have these thrusters. 1, 2, 3. And we'll actually do 4 of these because we've got our verticals, both ascending and descending verticals, we have 6. So we have 6 up, we have 6 down. And then that gives us 4 for lateral, and then 2 for propulsion, 2 retro. I think I like the way this is shaping up. And that allows us to fill in those holes. Alright. Alright, so now we just need to reproduce the engine placement here, which is going to be you guys, and you're going to go vertical. You're going to be Did we match you up to the... You are matched to the bottom. Okay. Right. So we got you there. And you there. And then we did... One, two, three, and we've already got the ones on the opposing side. We've got our laterals. Okay. Let's see, how do you look? You're looking pretty good. Okay. And now, before we forget, we're going to do some gyros in here. I'm going to do 4 gyros. We're going to put one here, a second one here. I mean, we could even put them, we could have even put them here, which would actually give them a little bit more protection, but if we need more gyros, which we probably will, because this thing's going to be massive when it's done. And then we do that. Alright, so where did we mount that here in 1 forward? Okay. So let's make sure we have our gear faced appropriately. Because I think you are... Ow. Just smacked myself with a space station. Okay, so yes, you are facing the same way now. And you are going to be missing metal grids, imagine that. How did I know? Alright. I don't think we have any grids since they didn't weld up. Come on, there we go. Yeah, we're just going to crank out another 1,000 of them, hopefully. Nope. Okay, I think that's going to get us where we want to be for a good portion of this. And then because this thing is actually a workship, put you there, you there, and then we're going to go like so. Oh, as much as I don't want to put one of these on here, we kind of have to. So if we do that, and we're going to call this the BOB-Sled antenna. And we're going to turn that beast off. Sorry for the flicker once again. What are you doing? Alright. There we go. And what I'm thinking is we may do something that looks like it's bracing this a little bit better. let's see, if we do... If we went with that... I don't think we'd be able... No, it'll collide with that. I'm gonna have to think about this. Because if it was mounted further out into space, we could have something basically wrap around it. But I have to say, I'm not disappointed in the way that this is looking. I know what it makes me think about. It makes me think about the constellation from Star Citizen. Alright. Okay, so that actually is not terrible.
Energy.
Uh-oh. Crap. Oh, crap, 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 crap. Come on, get me. I'm still in the shield bug. Okay, well, I'm not going to argue with it. Whew. Okay. So for those who don't know, the shields have the ability to be pressurized. And I don't have that module installed on my shield. But sometimes, when you have overlapping shield areas, it will, it'll think that it's pressurized when it's not. So, don't count on it. It only works sometimes. Oh, I think I'm going to take this thing out for a little spin. See if we've got our gyros in place here. It looks like we've got at least 2 gyros. 3, 4 gyros. Okay, yeah, let's take this thing out for a test drive and see. Batteries are charged. We're going to... Yeah.
Inventory full.
There we go. Alright, and then what we'll do is, because we've got the landing gear out here now, we'll build a small catwalk system off on the side of the ship. So maybe something that comes, I don't know, do we want it to come forward maybe? And basically have it so you... I'm probably going to run it down the outside of the ship because we still have to put armor on this thing. We have to skin it up. That. So we're going to close this, see if the ship pressurizes. Turn off our lamp here. We are pressurized up here. We are pressurized midship. I still need to put programmable block in, which is one of the reasons why I left the that passage over the top of the batteries separate. Oh, hello. Ooh. She's a zippy little thing. Alright, so let's look at our Bobs here. We're going to put Bob into fly mode. We're going to have him grind before weld, actually. Yeah, grind before weld. Ignore color was, I want to say 130, 100, 100. And our grind color is always the same. Don't grind neutrals. only. We want him to do nearest first. Push immediately. We're going to show the area. Area width. Area height. Alright. We want the width to be 25. We're going to have the height be 25 as well. So let's do these one at a time. So the first three should be... Alright, so you three are going that way. I want to see, because we placed three of them at the same time. So I want to make sure all of these guys are the... Yeah, okay, so that's the first three, huh? So your width is going to be 25, and then what we're going to do is we're going to have your height be 150, and we're going to change your depth to 25. And then we want your forward offset? No. Vertical offset? There we go. Vertical offset. Let's go 100. Okay, so you are going to be Bob vert offset forward. And then that means you guys, okay, so don't need to see you in here and don't need to see you in the terminal. Okay. So you guys should be yes. Okay, so area width is going to stay 25. Area height is going to stay 25. And you are going to be forward offset 100. Okay. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I basically want to be able to point Bob at something and have them cut through whatever I'm looking at. What I will probably do is have one in each group that is set to wide area dispersal so that as pieces float away, it'll catch them, but I want the majority of the bobs focused in on specific areas. Okay. And you are going to be Bob. Oh, what are we going to say? Because the first one we said vertical offset forward. Alright, there we go. Don't care, don't care. Okay. Alright, so we don't see any of those. We do want to set our sound volume down to 10%. Dude. Oh, hello. And let's show you how this is going to work. So, because I was talking to somebody about this before, it was, you know, I think there was some confusion on exactly how Bob would work in this situation and how effective Bob is like this. First things, make sure both of you guys are set for the same priority. I want you, controllable gun priorities are first, everything else is second. And then the idea is that basically, oh, hi. That's actually, yeah, you're pretty zippy there. And so what we do is as we approach, okay. So we're gonna see if we can line this up. And remember, Bob is set to fly mode, so he's going to be able to get away from our grid and hit their grid. And there. Helps if I turn the bobs on. I keep forgetting they default the power off. And this is what I refer to as Bob in locust mode. Okay, so the reason we're doing this, a couple of reasons. One, like I said, I want Bob to be more focused on where he's being applied. If you do this with enough Bobs, you can actually use Bob as a weapon. I have seen ships that have been built around this concept. One of them, I want to give credit to Wasted, I think did one where he had something like 20 or 30 of the Bobs on a small grid ship, and he basically did this very similar thing. And what they did, or what he did, is he had all of them on a, like, basically an overlap of one block, right? So it was like a 1 meter line, and he had positioned them so that all of them had overlapping fields. And when he turned them on, he basically just panned past something, and it just cut it in half. It was amazing. So same general idea, just not as system intensive. And then as you get closer, since Bob is always going to go after the closest one, you can see a clear path of where things are going to be. And that's just because I have Bob's fields the visibility turned on the field. If we turn off that visibility, and where is, there we go. You can literally watch Bob take the entire ship apart pretty quickly. So the bonus of doing it this way, like I was saying, is not only does it focus Bob's efforts a little bit, it does make things faster, because what happens is that area that you see when you have the area effect turned on, that's the sector that's being scanned. And so each 1 meter cube in that space has to be read. So the bigger the space you're dealing with, the longer it takes Bob to figure out what needs to be done, because you've got the priorities in there, you've got all of the different types of blocks. The tighter that you get that grouping, that area, that search field, the faster your system is going to be able to process the information necessary for Bob to go, okay, here's my order of priority. Bam, 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 bam. Which is why if you get it down into the, like one block size, it basically becomes a very short range plasma beam. It just cuts things down. But as you can see, it is crazy effective. All right. Like I said, if I was willing to take the time on camera to adjust each of them, I would actually adjust each individually so that they were all overlapped as closely as possible. for what we're doing, it's one of those that's close enough for government work. Or in this case, salvage work. Anyway, so we have a working scavenge scow, salvage scow. I think we're going to call this one here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you have questions or comments, feel free to throw those down in the section below. I am going to be taking this stuff apart for a while. If you really did enjoy the content and want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe. And if you want to be kept up to date, I've been warning people, YouTube may start spamming you. But if you ring the bell, click the little notification icon, YouTube's going to ask you where you want to be notified, say across all devices. YouTube will I won't say almost always. They promise to at least try to get you a message on it some way, you know. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Had a lot of fun hanging out with you. Hopefully you did as well. And we will see you back here on Monday for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Oh, look at the bobs. Look at them go. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone.